students, now we will see is the physical and chemical property of carbon dioxide. We have finished general preparation of carbon dioxide, and in my last video we have finished the lab preparation of carbon dioxide. Now we go with the physical and chemical property of carbon dioxide, students. So do remember, carbon dioxide is present in the atmosphere, but can you see? No. Why? Because it is colorless. Can you identify in that corner there is carbon dioxide? No, because it is odorless. Can you taste it? No. Okay, you can't, because it's a gas. But if we have aerated water drinks like soda water also contains carbon dioxide. They are sour in taste. Now, why it has a sour taste? Why carbon dioxide gives sour taste in soda water? In gaseous state, you cannot taste it, but in aqueous state, you can taste it and it has sour state. Because whenever carbon dioxide gets dissolved in water, because it is fairly soluble in water, no? When these two reacts, carbon dioxide and water, you get H2CO3. See here how? H2CO2 plus 1, 3. And what you get is H2CO3, which is known by the name carbonic acid. Carbonic acid. And this is an acid, so all acid has sour taste. All acid has sour taste. So I may ask you one question from you. When carbon dioxide is dissolved in water, what you get? Which acid you get? Answer is carbonic acid. And it has sour, all acid has sour taste, to remember. And since when we exhale out during respiration, we exhale out carbon dioxide, isn't it? Means it is not poisonous. It is non-poisonous. It is not poisonous to us, but it is very much poisonous to the atmosphere. Because you know that when carbon dioxide goes in the atmosphere, global warming, so it will not poison us, but it will poison the atmosphere, because the temperature of the earth will increase because of carbon dioxide layer present in the atmosphere. And do remember, it is 1.5 times heavier than air. As I have already said you, it is heavier than air, but it is by 1.5 times. This portion no need to study. And since I said you carbon dioxide is fairly soluble in water to form carbonic acid, therefore it is fairly soluble in water. So remember that, which is more than enough. Okay, and it is a gas, no doubt, but we can liquefy it. Okay, carbon dioxide is a gas, but we can liquefy it at 70 atmosphere pressure. So when you apply a pressure of 70 atmosphere at ordinary temperature, carbon dioxide gas can be liquefied into liquid state. And not only that, we can even convert it to solid state when you freeze at minus 78 degrees Celsius. You know that when you decrease the temperature to 0 degrees Celsius, even water converts to ice. Water converts to ice. Liquid water converts to ice, which is solid. Similarly, carbon dioxide gas can also be solidified at a temperature not 0 degree but minus 78 degrees Celsius, whereby it converts into solid. And that solid carbon dioxide is known by the name dry ice. So my objective question from here is, what is dry ice? So the answer is solid carbon dioxide is known as dry ice. Okay, you can remember that. So that much is enough from here. So we have finished the physical property. Now we go to the chemical property. Okay. Now before we go to the chemical property, let us see observed question related to the physical property, whatever we have discussed so far. So you can see one observed question from the back page, observed type question in page number 119, 119. The acid formed when carbon dioxide is dissolved in water under pressure. We have done it. So you get is carbonic acid, CaRBONic. You get carbonic acid when carbon dioxide dissolved in water, whose formula is H2CO3. So this is the one objective question which we got through physical property. Others will discuss later as we proceed with the syllabus. So students, you can see when carbon dioxide dissolves in water, we get carbonic acid. Okay, and do remember, we can liquefy it at 70 atmosphere pressure and we can solidify it at minus 78 degrees Celsius, and solid form of carbon dioxide is known by the name dry ice. Now we go to the chemical property of each, students. Do remember, carbon dioxide is a non-combustible gas, means it does not burn by itself. It does not support combustion, does not support burning also. Whereas oxygen is a supporter of combustion, you know that. Without oxygen, we cannot burn, so it is supporter of combustion. So name a non-combustible, non-supporter of combustion gas. So answer is carbon dioxide. Remember that. And as I said you, whenever you dissolve carbon dioxide in water, you get carbonic acid. So therefore, it is acidic in nature. And it is an acidic oxide. It is acidic in nature because when it dissolves in water, okay, it produces carbonic acid. So therefore, it is acidic in nature. And those who are acid students, always remember they turn blue litmus paper red. You can see this is blue litmus paper. If you dip inside carbon dioxide, it turns red, or you can say pink. It turns pink. Okay, so carbon dioxide is inside this jar, and this is the blue litmus paper. When you dip inside it, as the carbon dioxide gas touches out here, it converts to pink. In higher class, we don't say pink, we say red, but for the time being, you remember pink. So what is the color changed by acidic gas? Carbon dioxide is an acidic gas. So name one acidic gas. Answer carbon dioxide. Okay, and it turns blue litmus paper pink. Actually, it's red, but in higher studies. And you can see here, carbon dioxide does not support combustion. That's why if you put carbon dioxide inside this jar, it will not burn. Okay, it will extinguish. Burning of candle will extinguish. It proves that it is non-combustible gas. Hope so you all understood till here. This is in page number 111. Do learn. And we have finished only the two chemical properties. Some more are there in the next page that we will see now. So we will see the number one chemical property. When carbon dioxide reacts with water, H2C O2 plus 1, 3. So you get, when carbon dioxide is in water, you get H2CO3, and this compound is known by the name carbonic acid. And since it produces acid, therefore it is acidic in nature and turns blue litmus paper pink, I said you earlier. Number 2, no need to study for the time being. Okay, number 2, no need to study, but for your out knowledge, you can remember this one. Whenever carbon dioxide reacts with ammonia, ammonia formula is NH3. Formula of ammonia is NH3. When carbon dioxide reacts with ammonia, you get a nitrogenous fertilizer called urea. Why we call it as nitrogenous fertilizer? Because of the presence of nitrogen in it. Since nitrogen is present in it, so we call it as nitrogenous fertilizer. No need to remember this reaction. Just remember this way, carbon dioxide when it reacts with ammonia, NH3, you get urea. And urea is referred as nitrogenous fertilizer. Why? Because inside this formula there is nitrogen present. So the urea is an example of nitrogenous fertilizer, remember that much. And it is obtained by reacting carbon dioxide and ammonia. No need to remember the reaction. Okay, that much is enough. And related to this, there is one objective. Let us do that then. You can see this objective question. We have already solved 1, 2, 3 in my previous videos. Now, nitrogenous fertilizer obtained from carbon dioxide is what? So these are the options. So answer is D, and D means urea. Hope so you understood. So let us go back to the chemical property again. So students, I'm solving also simultaneously, so do mark that in your book, okay? No need to remember the reaction, just remember carbon dioxide reacts with ammonia, formula NH3 to give urea, which is a nitrogenous fertilizer. Next, when carbon dioxide reacts with carbon, or you can say coke. Coke is an allotrope of carbon, you know. So whether you say coke or carbon, symbol is C. So when carbon dioxide reacts with coke, do remember it is a reducing agent. This carbon is a reducing agent. It removes oxygen from here. One oxygen. So as it removes one oxygen from here, what remains here? CO. And here if one goes, it also becomes CO. So CO plus CO becomes 2CO. And you get a carbon monoxide gas, which is a highly poisonous gas. Okay. So when carbon dioxide reacts with coke or carbon, you get, this is a reducing agent. It removes one oxygen from here. So you get CO, CO2, CO. And this CO is called carbon monoxide gas, which is highly poisonous. Now the next one. When carbon dioxide reacts with metal like magnesium. When carbon dioxide reacts with metal like magnesium, what you get? Now do remember here, students, carbon dioxide is reacting with magnesium. Okay, students. Now see here what is going to happen. So when carbon dioxide reacts with magnesium, do remember magnesium is a metal. Metals are usually reducing agent. Metals are usually reducing agent, and the job of reducing agent is to take oxygen. So this will take oxygen from it. And if magnesium will take oxygen, you get magnesium oxide. So here is 2 magnesium, 2 oxygen. So here will be 2 magnesium, 2 oxygen. What will be left behind? Carbon. And this carbon is black in color. So you can see from here. So when magnesium reacts with carbon dioxide, you get magnesium oxide and carbon. Reaction is not difficult. You can manage it, and this carbon is black in color. Similarly, when it reacts with sodium oxide, see what happens. When it reacts with sodium oxide, metal oxide are called basic oxide. Metal oxide are sodium, magnesium are metal. So metal oxides are called basic oxide. When you react with carbon dioxide, you get carbonate compound, CO3. How? Na2CO3, and this is called sodium carbonate. Here also, when magnesium oxide reacts with carbon dioxide, you get MgCO3, that is magnesium carbonate. So remember these reactions. Now we see the next reaction, and this is the one reaction with lime water. This is called calcium hydroxide, students. Do remember this compound is called calcium hydroxide, and calcium hydroxide is also known by the name slaked lime. Calcium hydroxide is also known by the name slaked lime or lime water. So when carbon dioxide reacts with calcium hydroxide, or you can say slaked lime or lime water, this lime water will turn milky. Lime water will turn milky. Milky means it will precipitate. Downward arrow means precipitate, and precipitate means insoluble as calcium carbonate. Along with that, you get water. So the question may come, what do you observe when carbon dioxide reacts with lime water or slaked lime or lime water, slaked lime or calcium hydroxide? All three means same. You get, okay, milky. The lime water turns milky, means it will become insoluble. You get precipitate particles, insoluble particles, and that milky color is because of the formation of calcium carbonate. So this milky is due to the formation of insoluble calcium carbonate. So this is very, very important. So one question is leaked for your annual exam. I'm going to give you this question for sure. Now it became insoluble. Yes. Now can we make it again soluble? Yes. Now this insoluble calcium carbonate and water, to that again you pass carbon dioxide. To these two, the product which you got from, by reacting these two, you got these two, isn't it? Now these two again you pass, these two is same here, again pass carbon dioxide. When you do so, you get calcium bicarbonate. This two is because of the valency of calcium. You get calcium bicarbonate, and milkiness will disappear. Milkiness will disappear due to the formation of this. And this is soluble calcium bicarbonate, we say. And the same thing has been explained in the picture out here, students. You can go through it. Okay. So lime water turns milky due to the formation of calcium carbonate. Now the question which is related to here may come in this form. When carbon dioxide dissolves with water, what you get? Carbonic acid is the answer. Name the nitrogenous fertilizer, urea, obtained from carbon dioxide, and how it is obtained by reacting ammonia with carbon dioxide. Name the product formed when carbon dioxide reacts with coke or carbon monoxide, which is a poisonous gas. From here, what is the product formed when magnesium reacts with carbon dioxide? You say magnesium oxide and carbon. What is the product formed when sodium oxide reacts with carbon dioxide? Answer, sodium carbonate. When magnesium oxide reacts with carbon dioxide, answer, magnesium carbonate. And what do you observe when carbon dioxide reacts with slaked lime? Answer, lime water turns milky. Why? Due to the formation of insoluble calcium carbonate. What is the formula of slaked lime or lime water? It's same. That is, this is the formula for lime water, slaked lime, or you can say calcium hydroxide. Now it became milky. So if you further pass here carbon dioxide, the milkiness disappears. Why? Due to the formation of soluble calcium bicarbonate. So this number 5, 100% sure, is going to come in your annual exam. Even number 1. So learn it by heart. Okay. So by this we come to the end of the property of carbon dioxide. So first we finished the general preparation, then the lab preparation. Now we have finished the physical and chemical property of your carbon dioxide, students. In my next class we'll be doing is uses and test for carbon dioxide. So we have to learn preparation, properties, test and uses. So we have finished so far preparation of carbon dioxide and your property of carbon dioxide. Now in my next class we'll be doing is uses of carbon dioxide and test for carbon dioxide. And those who don't have book, please take the screenshot to make the notes. Hope so you all understood. Thank you very much.